everybody, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Yes, that's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people. Featuring, as always, the Gentleman Society of Podcasting, myself, Harvey.
Wait till they get a load of
Chris.
Yeah, that's what I call what Pete is.
I don't know if I call it a load.
Wow. Oh yeah, you're right. More like a dribble.
Yeah. And your best days.
That's right. Boop. Ow. And my heterosexual life mate today.
Hello all.
Wouldn't hit it with glasses on, would you? Huh?
Oh. Did I get punched? Or
Do
did
I have
punch?
to play it again? See, I feel like I have to wait like an extra 5 seconds for Dave to stop and then play things.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll play it again. Play it
Timing
again.
is everything.
Yeah, play it again.
Wouldn't hit it with glasses on, would you? Huh?
Wouldn't hit a Dave with glasses on, would you?
You shouldn't.
Ha, because Dave was.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Dave
I
doesn't
love
get
it.
No.
And the ever loving, the ever joke explaining AJ.
And now, folks, it's time for Who Do You Trust? Hubba, 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 money, money, money. Who do you trust?
AJ. You should put AJ right there.
I'm gonna
You
just
should
gonna
have
have
to
to
put
make
random.
one. I'm just gonna have to make a
You should have
bunch
got AJ. AJ.
Matt
AJ.
Damon.
I'm not David. I'm AJ. That would have been the move. But and if you out there are looking to make sure to be a part of the big dark night, make sure to like and subscribe for more Sarcastic Distractions and keep it going. If you want to support us, please and get yourself some beef jerky. You can save some percent with our smoking gun beef jerky link in our description. And what are we talking about today? Yeah, I'm a little bit befuddled. We've had a wild conversation leading into this, and I'm still reeling from it. So that being said, we are going to have ourselves another wonderful distracting discussion. Talking about
Nothing and everything.
exactly all at once, which we are fucking experts at doing.
Well, that's what we do, isn't it?
That is
the
it,
whole
exactly.
point of the
Yeah,
thing.
that is what we have been put on this earth to do, is to talk about everything and nothing at the exact same time.
All at once.
All
All
at
at
once.
once.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we are that movie. Everything everywhere all at once. Anyways.
Talking
okay.
about talking all at once.
Yeah,
Talking
let's
about
give them
things all
something
at
to
once.
talk about all everything
Is that
all
the
the way all
sequel?
at once. Yeah, that's a
Talking
sequel,
about things all at once.
for sure.
And it's just a whole bunch of.
But
It's
there
what
is the
people with
answer.
schizophrenia hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just basically a schizophrenia simulator,
Oh man. Yeah, that was probably what it would be.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
To pick up the voices. It's wild. How do we wait, what?
I don't know where.
That's well, yeah, that's distracting to say the least.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. yeah.
So yeah, what's going on in life, gentlemen? What do we want to talk about? Start this fun episode off.
Oh, nothing. I'm out of here. See you
Nice.
later.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Peace.
not much has happened.
Episode's done.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to admit, yeah,
What you
for
got?
me, it's been fairly light this month. It was, again, at least for me, since our last episode. What have I, nothing new, nothing crazy?
How's
Yeah, it's a
how's
bit
this
of a-
weather treating you?
I was just gonna say it's
Fuck
been a
the
bit of
weather.
I would say, a full disclosure, bit of an adrenaline dump because we were on a pretty big high with the movie stuff,
Oh, yeah.
and I think that kind of kept us pretty buzzy for a solid month-ish. And now it's like, okay, all right, no, we're just doing our thing.
Yeah, I have to admit for myself, it's been really just, and we already made the joke about it earlier. I really want some summer. I really want to
Yeah,
be able to go in the
yeah.
backyard, and as silly as it sounds, sit back, relax, read a book, enjoy the weather, do
I
nothing.
feel you. To
Yeah.
AJ's point about the weather, yeah, it has been so fucky with being
Yeah,
nice,
it's been weird.
and then shit, and then nice, and then shit. Like even today, sure, it's gray and it's an okay day, but it's fucking below 10.
Yeah.
Well,
right
the
now.
wind is insane.
And the wind is
Mind you,
nuts.
I'm looking forward
Versus
to the bike
yesterday,
home.
which was
Yeah,
You
the
are.
bike here was horrid.
Oh,
I
then
fought
yeah,
the
it should
wind
be.
the whole
You
way.
hope it doesn't change on you.
Well, if it changes, it'd be fucking hilarious if it changed 100% direction from my way home.
Yeah. I
God.
was gonna skate today, but then I was like, no, just because the gray was like, I don't want to.
Have you ever thought about sail skating?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that
yeah.
even a thing?
Yeah, yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, yeah,
Because I know, like sailboarding.
yeah, yeah.
But like sail skating, like fitting one of your boards, or like buying a cheap ass one,
Mhm.
so you can like drill a bunch of holes in it or whatever.
Yeah.
And like put it like, and, like
Yeah. I've thought about that, but I'm gonna work up to that. So actually, shout out to Malcolm, and I. We're gonna put a caster board or a freeboard together, which
yeah,
is just
I heard you talking about
yeah,
that.
yeah. So we're gonna fuck around with that, And then when we kind of get that going, then we'll work up to a sail or something else, and then
You guys are gonna kill yourselves.
Maybe.
Somebody's gonna break themselves.
But hey,
you guys
let's
aren't
do it
20
having fun.
anymore. You know that, right? You don't
Who cares?
bounce like you used to.
Yeah, but now we
I
got
miss those days.
the DIY minds of 40-year-olds. We know what to do.
No, you have the DIY money.
Yeah,
that's right.
More
Yeah,
the money.
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
and some time usually.
But
That's
you know,
the
I
nice thing.
mean, I love boarding, so you know, it's a fun time to try
And
things.
any ideas for anything after?
Yeah, in the air, in the sky.
Because you're talking about like,
No, just
the
kind of
casters
elevating.
That, like,
Yeah, that go all the way around.
360,
Yeah,
right?
like I mean, I do this. This is fucking too old man talking, but I do have. I don't want to call it a dream, but I would really.
I have a dream.
I have a dream. No, I love bombing with my board, and I would love to do some downhill bombing, which is basically you kind of do these like competitions where you race other longboarders. I think I might be a little old for that now.
You can get the gloves and everything.
Well, I do a little bit
You
of
have to
sliding,
wear a
that
helmet.
stuff. Helmets, no. I do think
and knee pads.
I would not
and
be able to
LB
get
pads.
myself to the point that I could be in any sort of competitive level, even if I did
Oh, I'm not
it
even talking about competitive.
full-time.
Not
Wear
even
a
with your
helmet.
double
Oh, yeah,
penetration
yeah.
yoga.
Pardon me?
Not even with your double penetration yoga.
Well, I mean,
double pen.
double penetration.
Yeah, DDP.
That helps. That's great, and I'm glad I do that stuff. But I also have to realize my limitations. Just a few times I've fallen in the last, like, which are fucking easy falls. Like, ow, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Ow. It's
I
like-
do understand.
Yeah.
it's
So
one of
getting
those,
to a
as you
point
get
where I'm
older,
like
fuck.
bombing, get myself up to 40, 50 clicks down a hill.
Oh, yeah.
and one white
Even
belt,
on a
I'm done.
bike, it's fun to get that speed.
Yeah.
God,
You ever,
I
you ever
love it.
pull your phone out and like pull up Google Maps and like see how fast you're actually going
No, but I have been clocked before.
by police?
No, with other radar guns and things like that. Like,
Yeah.
plus,
Plus, you can actually set up, even if you're not doing a bike, you can subscribe yourself to often most of the apps that'll track your speed.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they'll
you have a
actually
free
measure.
one. It's called Google Maps.
Well, it's not even about Google Maps. Something that'll actually track and record for you. So you turn it on,
Your-
go
your
down,
thing,
and
yeah.
it'll let you know.
But I think the fastest I've ever been clocked was like 35. But I was on a massive.
That's still
steep
crazy when
downhill.
there's like.
And I fell at the end of it.
I think it's crazy when dudes on motorcycles do that, but it's even crazier when like people on bikes and fucking people on skateboards do shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think it's because like, yeah, the bike can fall on you, but some of the motorcycles like gonna take, unless you like fly off the bike. Some of the it feels
It's
like
doing
some
a lot
that-
of the
that
work.
Physical thing is gonna take
Yeah.
some of that ouch.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah. You're more
skate-
guiding it than you are riding
skateboard.
it.
It's you and skateboard become separated.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can hold on to handlebars, or you can like
Yeah.
squeeze tightly onto a motorcycle
control,
or something.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you and skateboard.
Oh, yeah.
Whoosh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
anytime I go down off a Highbury, they have that one nice, beautiful hill that they're gonna fucking build over the next year, which sucks. But at any rate, yeah, like my bicycle down that thing, I love it. Like I can easily hit 50 coming down that thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And I see guys that on boards. I've seen them do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a hill back home, man.
Yeah.
It was called Barsky's Hill. It still is called Barsky's Hill because it's still there.
Uh.
But like it's like a 30-degree fucking
Mhm.
decline.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, and it's
Christ.
long.
Oh,
and it
whoa.
starts flat at the top too. So you can get
Nice.
that-
One thing I
Damn.
always love about those hills, though, at least on my bike. Don't get me wrong, love going down them, but once you go down a hill, you got to go up
You gotta
somewhere.
at some
Possibly,
point.
possibly. It's Kenora is weird because it's built on the Canadian Shield,
Hmm.
so there's a lot of hills. But there are other ways to get to places where you don't have to go up crazy hills.
Mm.
So it might take you a little longer.
Longer, yeah.
But
But
once
you
you're
can
at the
do it.
bottom of the hill, you can find a way around that's more of a gradual.
Well,
But the nice
yeah.
thing on a
Way up.
skateboard, you can literally just get off your board
And walk.
up
But
there.
then you gotta carry the fucking thing.
Or you just kick it like I do. Just fucking kick it up the hill.
You kick it up and then it rolls back down the hill on you.
Let's keep kicking
But
it.
then you
kicking
get it, it hits your shins and your
No,
ankles.
come
and
on.
You're old, so you
Yeah.
don't drink enough milk, so you
But
fucking break your ankles.
I'm pretty confident in my boarding abilities to the point that I feel like, especially on my fat daddy, I can take most hills. Yeah, that's what
It's okay. You can call him Scott.
I don't say Scott. I know, buddy.
Shout
Yeah,
out to Chris's fat daddy.
that's right. Exactly. I could take most hills confidently, but it's traffic that I worry about. So I get very envious
Yeah.
of bikes. Just the ability to brake. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that is
like, because
true.
you could be clipping fucking hard on a
Yeah.
bike and be like, oh, okay, I can slow it up. Whereas on a board, once you commit, you commit.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
That's one thing I do. A hill with a bike path, love it.
Oh, yeah.
and
yeah,
assuming
yeah.
there's no, stop signs or anything of
Yeah.
that nature. Yeah.
I was quite annoyed. I went on a pretty long ride yesterday, and I was going through all the parks. That's one nice thing about London is how many parks we got that connect to each other.
Oh, in the
It's
past.
just-
Yeah,
you
that
literally
path.
just
Yeah, yeah.
It goes
the
from like
path's
my house
unbelievable.
all the way, or like by my house all the way down to fucking the river.
Well, it's even
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
further east because I can actually go all the way out to what's the Wayval?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's down by my place.
So there's a
Remember,
dog.
I
even
saw
past
you
your
the other
place.
day.
Yeah, but I would say Wayval is further east.
Yeah.
No, Bridges turns into Wayville,
Yeah.
and I'm like
Yeah. Okay.
a block
fine.
away from Bridges.
But doesn't that even go
Fair.
up to? Doesn't that even go up past to that park? Fucking dog
Wayville
park?
goes all the way to Dundas.
Yeah.
Well,
I know.
yeah,
I
but
know,
the
but I'm
bike
trying to
path
think bike
technically
path.
Yeah.
Goes up to that dog.
Kiwanis.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kiwanis
that's-
Park.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then it goes under
So that's
Trafalgar.
pretty neat that they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they
it is
have the
really
whole
cool.
bike path on the backside now. They built the bridge and all that.
Right.
And I can watch the trains, which I
Yeah.
have to admit I do once in a while
Yeah.
because you have to go up a big fucking hill.
I didn't know you were autistic.
Because I watch the trains.
Trains are cool.
You're
Well,
autistic too?
Yeah, I know.
A lot of
I'm
autistic
artistic.
people, that's one of their special interests.
Yeah,
is
no, I
trains.
get it. I'm
Oh,
a cool.
really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I honestly did not know this.
It is a stereotype of
Oh.
autistic people.
Yeah, trains are cool though. That's bullshit.
Oh.
It's just like grape drink. Yeah, it's great.
It's just like
It's the same. I think
My
everybody
nephew
loves
does
it.
enjoy his grape pop.
It's
kinda-
amazing. I don't know why. Why is it
Grape
just a
fucking
fucking
pop
stereotype?
is gross.
Bullshit.
Yeah, the grape.
You guys don't know what it's
Grape
like to be
fucking
poor.
pop is disgusting.
Bullshit.
I remember as a kid really enjoying it, but I had one recently as an adult, and it tasted like. And again, I can't say much because pop is pop, but it tasted like pure sugar with a grape flavor.
I don't even. I've never been in. Like I like orange pop, or I used to like orange crush.
Mm.
I never liked the grape crush or any other flavor of crush.
Lemon
Cream
crush.
soda, lemon or lime or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah,
I am a cream soda fan.
No,
I'll
give me
admit
two,
on that
actually.
one.
I'm not a crush.
But it
cream
kind of does
soda
taste
fan.
like pure sugar sometimes.
It does.
depending on.
Oh no, it is
yeah.
cream. It is pure sugar, but I will admit it's
delicious.
a nostalgic.
I
thing.
So I've switched to the Fanta
Okay.
Hmm.
because I prefer the
Like
taste
their-
of
their
it and
sugar?
Nazis. What? No, I don't like Nazis.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay,
Would you-
Kanye.
hey, I'm not selling T-shirts. Okay.
Oh, aren't you? Okay, they're gay
And
fish.
hey, I don't like fish sticks.
That's what he said.
I like chicken
What's going
sticks.
on? What do you mean I don't get it? I'm a liquid genius.
I like chicken sticks.
I like chicken sticks.
I like A&W type green soda,
I've
Okay,
been- I don't
so
know
that's
if
your
I've had
brand.
one in a
Okay,
while.
not the pink
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
But to your face, Dave,
to my
because
face.
your face went all what I said the Fanta Nazis
Because he's
thing.
high.
Oh,
Germany created Fanta because Coke pulled out of Germany during World War II.
Yeah.
So the Nazis, quote
okay.
unquote,
It was the
started
nastiest pullout of all time.
Fanta.
Of all
Wow.
time. Just spray
Wow.
Coke everywhere.
It didn't even go.
Nope.
No.
They didn't even put a cap on it.
No. They just
They shook it up.
They just
Decided,
grabbed it
you know
and ran.
what?
For
We're
our
out.
lovely
Peace.
listeners, even
And
I'm
then
shaking my
blah.
head, just going, "Really, people? Come on, guys."
So about scaring
Yeah.
Dave on mushrooms.
Oh yeah,
Well, then,
yeah.
yeah.
Next week,
You
possibly.
want to talk about your upcoming adventure?
Well, assuming everything goes to plan, yes. Because again, one nice thing for where I work, we get Fridays off during the summer. I have to take the extra half. Blah blah blah. At any rate, I got Fridays, and yes, it's been a while since I've been able to have zero responsibility, no other people at home, and I will admit, yeah, I am looking forward to a relaxing, hopefully wonderful weather. Because I will say that I got my little shroom chocolates, and
Oh.
I will happily
He's
enjoy
gonna
a
eat
few.
a whole bar.
Oh
instead
fuck
of
no!
Just half a
Good
bar.
lord, no. About 3 pieces is my limit, and then
How many grams in a whole bar?
I'd have to look honestly.
I think the last
do
one
know
I had
that-
was 5 grams.
Yeah.
The whole bar?
I think it was.
Oh,
yeah.
just eat the bar.
No, I know
No,
with
maybe
mine.
more than that.
Just
Maybe
eat the
more than that.
bar.
I know with mine, the general thing is if you eat just one little piece, you'll feel good, but not terribly out of it. So it's a nice kind of relaxing one in the evening. Well, and again, you take like an hour because for me it takes like half an hour. By the way,
Yeah.
generally what I plan for, the Friday is I'll take 3 pieces. David won't be fully here for a few hours.
And if you eat
I'll-
the whole bar, you get roasted by God.
Probably.
Habits.
I don't have the balls to eat the full bar. I would.
You should get the balls. I think you could do it.
Oh,
I believe
Christ,
in
no.
you.
I have to
David.
admit, it's one of those things. One of the reason I love the bar in this room is because it's very measured in my case. But like when it hits that beautiful level, and again, I'm not suggesting people go and do this without proper understanding,
Supervision,
responsibility,
without
blah,
proper
blah, 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 blah,
supervision.
blah, blah.
Kids, ask your parents
Yeah, ask your parents first.
before you do your shrooms.
But yeah, like I always feel so good once I come off of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's the best thing
Yeah.
about shrooms, for sure. Like, I get it. I like being high in shrooms. It's fun.
Oh, it's
nice.
good, relaxing.
It's a
I
good
see
time.
things. Yeah.
I've never had a real bad trip. I think
Nope.
I've been close, but I don't think I've ever had one.
I've never
But-
had a bad trip
no,
on shrooms.
but-
acid, yes. Shrooms,
Yeah,
no.
We
Yeah, I
totally
would do
yeah.
acid, yeah.
And you smoke shrooms, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean,
anyways,
just the dust.
no, dude, I think
Just
that's
the dust.
I think that's really why you have such a fucking hate on for mushrooms now, because they're a part of you.
No,
And
just
second,
no. I like the magical kind. I don't like the not magical kind because I
And
think they're
second-
pointless.
And second, I think you might now have some sort of perma high because you fucking
That's
adjusted
possible.
them through your.
It's possible.
I think they altered your entire reality.
It's possible. My
You,
entire
you
like,
shifted.
DNA,
You shifted
physical
fucking
structure.
dimensions in that moment.
I'm on like,
You're like,
I'm a half a timeline over.
how much you want to bet before there? You're like this straight legs. Oh yeah, I'm just a good little boy. I'm like, you know what? It seems like a good idea. Let's go, hey man, and this has been you ever
Oh
since.
man, let me tell you, I can fucking. I'm sure
That's
I can
wild.
get dementia. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, you might have smoked yourself dementia. Like,
What if I cured my dementia?
what if you cured all of your mental ailments that you would have had permanently for
my
the rest
my
of your
fucking
life?
blood cells are just made up
Because-
of psilocybin now.
Because you got a
Nice.
symbiotic relationship.
That actually kind of suck if your blood was actually made up, because then shrooms would have no more effect on you. Like
Oh, that's
That'd be-
true.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You need receptors. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
I
you
saw
do,
this
yeah.
TikTok today. I was flipping doom scrolling through the TikTok, and I saw this funny one. This girl walks in this room. She goes, "I've microdosed on mushrooms. I've had a Red Bull and an orgasm. I feel fucking great." And she walks out of the room.
Happy girl.
Oh no! And the
Happy
caption was
girl.
like, "I think I found the cure for depression."
I mean, yeah.
I'll give that a kick.
I agree, yeah.
Try
That's
it.
my
Try
Friday.
it, Dave. Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Let's grab a Red Bull.
See, that's
Every
one thing.
time-
I'm
I
not
was
a
gonna
Red
say,
Bull
is your
guy.
brain allowed to have Red Bull?
I'm not really a Red Bull guy.
No.
No,
Yeah.
God, no.
But would your brain even be allowed to have Red Bull? I know people who've drank so much Red Bull they've had strokes. Apparently.
Really?
Well, that
Yeah, yeah,
explains
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. You know how it says on the can?
That explains my ex-wife.
ex-wife.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. I'm not a Red Bull guy. I just, it doesn't click. Not my thing.
You're a Monster energy drink guy?
No, I'm not
You're
an energy guy.
drink guy at
Yeah,
all.
no, me
No.
neither.
My
Not a-
closest is
not
I
a
do
fan.
enjoy having my couple of cups of coffee in the morning, and that's it.
Pretty much me too. Yeah.
I'll have a Red Bull when it makes sense. If that
Sure, yeah,
makes
if you're in
sense.
this point, yeah, like a
I'm not
5
one
hour
to go to
energy
the
drink
store
sort of
right
deal.
now and get a Red Bull.
Right.
I've got a Red Bull in the fridge at the studio here that's been here since we filmed.
Nice.
Right, and I think Chris left.
I'd
one
drink
too.
it.
Yeah.
No,
Nephew.
there's one in there.
Yeah, my nephew, he's into the Red Bulls and different energy drinks, and I always love it because he'll always go and I think I need an energy drink. I'm like, didn't you have one? And he goes, oh shit, I did. Well, I can have another one.
That's wild.
No, man.
But
that's why
he's
the
young.
Can, that's why the can says you should only drink X amount per day.
One of the worst abuses of energy drinks ever saw, because you said what, 2 cans a day? I think is they say.
The small,
What did they
like
say?
the
what,
small.
what are like the tall cans? Yeah, that's tall.
I almost want to run
Like
to
the
the fucking
Perrier one.
fridge.
No, the one we're talking about. We're thinking the same one, but like the normal one people get the
So like the skinny can.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah,
48.
the
I
350
think it says
milliliters, whatever.
2 a day on that.
2 a
one.
days, right?
But
Right.
then if you get the size up, it says like 1 a day.
Okay.
If you
okay.
get the monster,
but
energy
basically
ones, it
that
says, like, 1 a
general
day.
amount, it's whatever that
I
is,
think so,
times
yeah.
2, that's what you're supposed to have, right?
Probably not back to back.
Probably not
I
back
wouldn't
to
say
back.
supposed
Space it
to,
out, right?
but-
Because there's
And
medicinal
supposed to
qualities.
is probably
Yeah, I
And
wouldn't
then
say
you
that.
have
recommended if you're going
Limit.
to use.
And
Yeah,
then
the
you have
limit.
bars that serve vodka Red Bulls.
Not anymore.
fucking-
They're
Oh,
not allowed
but
to.
back in the day they did.
Yes,
Oh,
And
they're not allowed to.
I didn't know
anymore.
they did. That's crazy.
whoa,
Well,
cool.
that
I don't
that-
think they're allowed to put the Red Bull in the vodka.
that makes
I
fucking
think
sense.
you can order a vodka and you can
order
order a
Red
Red Bull,
Bull.
and if you're doing it yourself,
then it's yourself.
Then you can
it's
do
okay.
it. Yeah.
But the bartender's not allowed to combine the two. Of
When
them.
did that become a thing?
It was like a year or two
Yeah.
after it became popular.
That's
Really?
hilarious.
Yeah,
Because here's why.
maybe even.
I
a bit longer,
remember.
but-
I remember. Do you remember Rob, my buddy I used to work with at the parking lot,
No.
McLean? Anyways, we used to
Nope.
party a lot. And one night he did something like 14 vodka Red Bulls.
Good lord.
Oh yeah, he was fucking, and like both high, like energetic
yeah.
and drunk at the same time.
Oh, that made probably
And
that.
And he was like a
That's
he's
a
a
recipe
like a
for fucking.
he's a bigger
projectile vomit,
dude.
man.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
was able, I guess he could handle it. But I'm like, how the fuck are bartenders allowed to serve you this shit like that? That's crazy.
Right? They shouldn't be allowed to serve you that.
No.
They can't serve you that many drinks. Shouldn't be allowed to serve you that many drinks.
Right.
But they should definitely not be able to serve you that many Red Bulls.
Right.
But now they can't at all.
Oh, no,
apparently.
there you go.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Yeah,
but I
it was
mean,
never
that
my
makes
thing.
sense. No,
Yeah,
I'm not
no.
a fan.
Yeah. That was
No,
never
we
my
used,
thing.
we used to get the. I think we've talked about this. We used to get the. Oh no, I think we were just talking about it
Yeah.
when we were sitting in here. All blends together now. When we were sitting in here just chatting with the SD Productions crew, we used to go to the skate shop. There was a skate shop in Kenora, and they used to import the bottles of Red Bull from Thailand.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
where,
Back in
that's
the
where
day.
Red Bull started.
Yeah.
Was in Thailand, and it's just literally the concentrated syrup liquid
of bull semen.
of Red Bull semen, or Ladyboy semen.
Depending on what the bull
Wow.
identifies as.
Wow.
Red Bull kind of sounds like Ladyboy if you say it in a
Oh,
specific
good
dialect.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you
But yeah,
enjoy
we
your.
because it's probably the shit that they mix with the like sody pop, fucking fizzy fizz, fizzy water to make the Red Bull in the Western countries.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
used to
There
fucking-
was a concentrate
It
more.
was
or
about
less.
yay big. And
Sure.
we used to just fucking shoot
And
it.
then it turned into 5-hour energy.
For the
Essentially,
listeners, it's just yay big.
It's just yay big.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
too big.
Not so big.
Yeah,
Mind
not
you-
small. Just
Mind
yay.
you,
Not so big, not
boy
quite big, but yay big.
Yay big.
It's kind of like yesteryear and the days of yore and whatnot, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Specific
Red Bull
time
sucks.
periods.
They are not a sponsor, but they can.
I mean, they
So-
don't suck.
I hate them.
Yeah.
This is gotta
Not
keep
my
the
thing.
product.
I have a suspicion if I ever was to do Red Bull, I'd probably start to feel really bad.
Do you even
Yeah.
you do tea?
I do teas. Yeah,
You do tea, but
Yeah.
do you do like herbal teas?
I do.
So you don't do like regular tea?
I do regular as well, but I will find,
He's not-
especially
he's
I
not-
as
guess
I
what
get
is your
He's
source
not a
of
tea
caffeine?
discriminatory.
Dave, is my question.
Coffee. He said that.
Just coffee.
You're
in
a
the
coffee?
mornings.
You're
I'm
a
a coffee
coffee?
guy. Yeah, have a couple of cups in the morning.
Yeah.
That's usually it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not huge on it. Once in a while, yeah, I'll do a Coke for nostalgia, shit like that. But
See, I don't even do the Coke for the energy. I do it for
the taste.
How can you? You drink too much
the
of it.
taste. Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
remember
I
the
used
day.
to.
I remember one day when I used to
I don't
drink
drink
so
as much
much
anymore.
Coke that I stopped being affected by the caffeine. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I could
Caff-
we would
yeah.
drink like 2-liter bottles before bed.
Yeah, caffeine's
So-
weird for me, man. Like even, and I don't drink much Coca-Colas anymore.
Yeah.
I only have one coffee a day,
Mhm.
and I could have a coffee right before bed.
Nice.
No, I can't.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
just
can't really do
fucking go
that
to sleep.
now.
You know, it's
No.
probably because I smoke a lot of weed.
Counters that
So
out.
I'm wondering
Balance.
if it like balances or counters even,
Mm.
right? Because I
Maybe.
smoke a bunch
Well,
of weed
isn't
before
that an
bed.
old joke from the the bowling movie? You know, hey, I feel really tired or something from the weed. Well, here, have some caffeine. That whole joke thing.
Yeah.
Something of that nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get high, get busy. It's just us humans constantly battling our bodies.
Yeah, it's really it takes the uppers to
Oh, it's just
because
because constantly doing stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's yeah.
Hey, I'm just like every other human. I do it to myself. Fuck yeah.
yeah. Not me. I'm pure.
Yeah. well,
Hey,
yeah.
I
pure-
agree with you.
I'm
actually.
pure party, baby.
Coffee,
Pure,
coffee
pure
with butter in
Chris.
it.
No, coffee's my thing too, and I'm in this very same
With butter.
boat. No, I don't use butter.
You used to.
Coffee with
Yeah,
butter.
There was a time.
Yeah, tell them about this coffee butter thing.
So years ago,
This
when
fad.
I got into
Kind of like the Atkins diet, but different.
It's not. It's very different. It was intermittent
This is
fasting.
later.
No, intermittent fasting has nothing to do with the Atkins diet. Atkins diet is about lowering
AJ's just
carbs.
trying to piss you off.
I know.
I know. I love
And
when
I'm
I
just
ride
trying
his
to explain
balls
it.
and
Yeah.
this happens. 'Cause- No. No.
So when I was doing intermittent fasting, the whole idea is you delay eating for a
Yeah,
period
yeah.
of time.
I've heard that
Yeah, yeah.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
But in the time that you are waiting to eat, what you would do is you would have a lot of people have coffee. So what they would have is what's called a bulletproof coffee, or bulletproof coffee. Either way, whatever. It's basically just black coffee. You put unsalted butter in, like whatever amount for the fats, and MCT oil, which is derived from coconuts and things like that, just for brain function.
Interesting.
Yeah. What I found, I don't really need the butter, not necessary, but I do like MCT oil. I find it does have a positive effect on
It's
my
been a long
cognitive
time since
ability.
I've done oil.
Fair
But
enough.
it's not weed oil, right?
No, it's not. It's
It's not weed oil. It's like coconut oil
Yeah.
and other probably. Like
I think it's
flaxseed
just.
oil or
I
some
think
shit.
mine is just extracted from coconut. But yeah, there's a bunch of others that do. you can
But
get from
there's-
there,
there's-
various spots.
You're probably thinking like, what is it called? Rick Simpson oil?
No, I don't know what that is.
No,
No.
that's like the most potent weed oil you can get.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I haven't
You,
done
like, put a
any
little
oil
bloop in your
since
coffee or whatever.
high school.
Woo.
Yeah, I think the last time I did oil was high school.
yeah.
Oh wow! So
Oh,
you
yeah.
were smoking it,
No, well, yes,
probably on a
sort
cigarette or
of.
something.
On a
Oh,
cigarette
you
in a
stupid
bottle.
tokes.
Yeah,
That's still smoking.
Ah,
it. It's just
we
smoking in a
talked
weird
about
way.
that.
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
No, I was never.
in a
Fuck
And
shed.
that's the weird part. I'm like, I'm a pretty heavy smoker,
Yeah.
and I can't do any of my weed or anything. Like it has to. If I'm gonna smoke, it'd be like cigarette, like we did said, cigarette in one hand, joint in the other. I can't
That's your habitual.
Mix the two.
combine them
Yeah.
like that. Well, the only reason I do that outside is because I can get a smoke in before we come in.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
Right?
just your habitual. Like you smoke a cigarette and joint. You don't. Your brain does not.
But yeah,
like
I won't
the-
like
the-
mix like
yeah.
tobacco in with
Yeah,
my
you won't-
joints
Oh,
or
you won't do
fucking-
the poppers. Yeah.
or like poppers or tobacco joints or bottle tokes. I always had to like straight up like put the oil in a rolling paper and put weed in it. To smoke
Yeah,
oil.
no, we always
I don't
did
even think
the
that even
bottle
occurred
tokes.
to us to
Nope.
put oil. No.
No, we
Yeah,
just
I
did
used to
bottle
just like
tokes.
spread it on the paper.
Yeah.
And, you fucking make
And
your-
we did do
make a little bit of
poppers when
joints.
we did do joints with tobacco in it from time to time, but it wasn't like a big thing.
No. Generally, it was just so that way we could get it with the bottle and have
Yeah,
it. We
pretty
were all
much, yeah.
smokers, so it just worked.
Yeah, we always,
I've done.
yeah.
I'm not saying I haven't done, but
I
it's
like
just
bottle
definitely
tokes.
not
I
my-
just did not like it fucked you up. Like not just obviously you fucked up because you get high, but like the choking, the coughing is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Because you're just inhaling exhaled smoke with oil. It's
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
nasty.
Oh
It's
yeah.
good.
Looking back,
But
again, it's
Strong lungs now. Strong
the-
lungs now.
well, my better half properly tells me how it's still kind of evil, but yeah, like the vape pens, I am a fan of them.
Oh yeah.
I love them.
Well, which ones? It's the temporary ones or the?
I'm a fan of
five-
usually the temporary.
The carts, like the ones.
the temporary to buy them.
See, here's the thing.
It depends on what's in them.
Yeah,
Right, that's
because
true.
they can have some evilness.
Yeah. But I mean, most of the ones that are sold through the OCS are quote unquote safe.
Oh yeah, and that's where I get them now. I
Quote,
have to admit.
unquote, yeah.
At first I was kind of against the stores, but recently, like good price, good quality, I've been happy with
For
them.
me, it depends. Like I'll get you're talking about like get the battery, the 510.
Yeah, the
cartridges.
510s. Yeah.
I'll get those from the OCS, but I was looking at because usually I go out to the reserve to get stuff, and I was lazy. I was like, oh, I'm gonna run out of shatter, but I don't want to run out to the reserve. So I looked up online. It's like, fucking $20 to $30 for a gram of shatter when I can get it out the reserve for 10.
Sure.
$10.
Yeah.
And
Government's
that's why I
got-
like
the
the
quality's probably much better.
Probably, but that's why I
But
like.
it could
the
also
vape
be
pens.
could also be worse, right? That's the issue. right?
Yes.
That's the
No,
issue.
out at the reserve though.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I'm saying,
yeah,
at the
at
reserve,
the
yeah.
reserve, you're
Because
right.
I've had shitty weed at the reserve. I've had shitty gummies. I've had shitty
You gotta.
other things. So
I
I'm
mean,
just
you
saying,
got
right?
shitty weed at the dispensaries.
That's
too.
true. That's true.
And from
But
dealers.
typically, usually, it's more regular. The idea of it being more regulated means you're going to get
Consistency.
more consistent quality. I'm not saying that's true. That's just the idea.
There's
Yeah.
a theory, and I can't see it not being true.
How could
They're
it not
talking
be?
about
How could it not
regulated
be?
in dispensaries. That weed companies, like usually people will go in and try and buy something that has a high THC value. That's kind of people's mindset. Higher THC, I get higher.
Yep.
Right. Just like alcohol volume. But what companies are doing now, apparently, people are starting to kind of figure out somehow that they're upping the percentage, or they're putting a percentage on, let's say it's like between 26 and 30% THC.
Yeah,
It never hits that 30%, and it might not even hit that 26.
sure.
But it's because everybody's going in and saying, I want high THC stuff, and that's what's going to sell. So they're fudging the numbers and
Oh, it's always
bringing
possible.
them up,
Yeah, of course.
which is not cool
What, they're gonna
because
say
that
shit to
fucks
sell
that
stuff?
quality, right?
It
'Cause
does.
it
yeah.
does.
I will admit, I've gone in and I've been happily said, yeah, I'd like something that's going to knock me on my ass and not put me on. I want to just sit on the couch and not be here. Like,
Yeah.
that. Like I've gone in with that description because
Yeah.
to me, it's not so much, what the exact amounts are, but to make it clear that I'm not looking for, a sativa or anything of that. I want to get put on my ass and do nothing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's something inside vapes, and I'm not sure if it's weed vapes as well, but I know it's with like the nicotine vapes. It's either the propylene glycol or the vegetable glycerin that is used to make that oily
Yeah.
consistency.
Mm.
When it burns, it alters the chemical makeup of it, and
And you're
it turns
combusting
it
it.
into formaldehyde.
Yes.
So people,
And that's the
people who are
that's
vaping
not
going,
the
"Oh, I
vegetable.
vape because it's better than cigarettes.
That's not the
No,
vegetable.
you're doing something to your lungs.
Oh, it's different.
Shit,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're just doing something different,
Yes.
but just as bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's creating what's called they call it popcorn lung,
That's right.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's also turning that when it combusts.
My
alters-
understanding
alters
is the
it.
variety I have is the other one, but there was the cheaper was the one that does the.
Yeah, I think Chris is right with saying that's the propylene glycol
It is.
that is the one that turns into
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
also
And I don't have it on me.
because there's flavors, right? There's different flavors of vape. Fucking
Yeah.
juices,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If there's certain ones that they make with vitamin C to give you like a citrus flavor or something. If that's in it, there's something that happens when it combusts and it's not.
Oh,
good for
shit.
your
Yeah,
body.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never understood the flavors of the vapes. They always ask me, "What flavor do you want?" I'm like, I'm getting a vape to get high. I'm not there to
Right.
enjoy
I
a flavor, my friend.
That's why I was never down on like flavored papers
No.
or anything like that.
Well,
They
flavor
burn
papers are
weird.
all like fucking lies anyway.
They burn
That's-
weird. They're
yeah.
fucking horse blankets.
You only taste it when you're rolling it.
Yeah,
That's
when you lick
literally
it.
it.
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I've never
they're
understood that.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Even like
I want the
when people
flavor
roll
after I'm
blunts.
high.
man.
Like,
Pardon?
give me a soda pop or
Yeah.
something. Give me
What-
some candy.
once I'm high?
some fucking Jolly
Now we'll talk
Ranchers.
flavors.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had a cart with was it supposed to be grapeseed oil. I was like, that's great. That's perfect. I don't need to taste shit. It just would get me fucking high. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It
yeah,
doesn't taste
because
like
of the-
anything
Yeah.
special.
Yep.
I don't need it like
That's
tastes
what I
like
did
fucking kiwi bubblegum Sour Patch Kid.
yeah. No.
when
You
I
know what I
tried
mean?
to do the nicotine vape thing.
Mm.
For some reason, my lungs won't do it. The particles are smaller than smoke particles, so they get right into my lungs, and I hack my ass off.
No, you
Worse
don't
than
say.
when I'm fucking smoking cigarettes. But yeah, I'd always try and
Telling
do
you, the
just
mushrooms
like
fucked him up.
a flavorless, right? Probably.
Yeah.
With grown little
That's-
shrooms
oh, yeah.
in my fucking
Something's
capillaries
going
in
on,
my
dude.
lungs.
Something's going
Oh,
on.
that's a good point. But yeah, I'd always try and do like a flavorless because I
Yeah, I've just
don't want to
it's-
sit there and like the
Yeah.
fucking chew
Well, that's
on
the thing
cotton
too.
candy all the
Like,
time or something.
you know, and again, I did a little bit of nicotine vaping when it first became a kind of thing. A little
Right.
bit, not much, but a little bit, and whatever. People do their thing, but it is crazy that all these people, like today's point, flavor this, flavor that, every different kind of flavor of the sun. When like all we really wanted was, is it tobacco? When we were smoking
Yeah,
cigarettes,
right.
like, does it taste like tobacco? Because
Well, it's
that's
like
the way
all the different
you would-
strains and names of weed
Yeah,
and shit like
but,
that.
like-
We'd go to our dealer and be like, "Can I get some weed?" You go, "How much?"
Right.
You go, "This much." You go, "Here you go."
and then
you
you hope
fucking
it's not
leave.
shake. Exactly.
Yeah,
and then
you
you
hope
walk
it's fucking
Yeah.
not oregano.
Right, exactly.
You
right.
actually did call out something there. While I don't like flavored things, back when I was a smoker though, like I did want my brand of cigarettes.
Well, that's what I was going to say too, because
That's
when we would get, and
different,
we've
though.
all had this conversation because
It's
American
different,
tobacco
but
is
the
very
same.
different than Canadian tobacco.
That's what I love.
And then you have
And
menthol.
And menthol, and we would always lament on those types of things. And yeah, we had our brands,
Yeah.
and I think we all had our different brands when we
Players
did when we
Light.
had small players like
Reg-
yeah.
Players
and I-
Light regular.
and but even still, they all still tasted like cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like they're still
But they
cigarettes.
were different because I remember, like, don't get me wrong. If I needed cigarettes, I'd fucking smoke.
But there
anything.
wasn't like
Yeah.
apple flavored cigarettes.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Dude,
But
they have
Demore
those
is-
I'm
now.
sure they do.
They
Of
have
course
on
they
the
do.
Reserve, you can get,
They got
remember-
to do everything they can to sell the cigarettes.
Remember when we went to the States and we got those smokes that had the little
Yeah,
bean
the
inside?
atomizers. Yeah.
The camels, and you fucking
Yeah,
pop
that's
them
cool.
and it tastes like menthol. On the Reserve, they have ones you pop them, then ones taste like grape,
Oh,
ones
boy,
taste like
yeah.
apple.
Yeah,
They have like
yeah.
actual flavored, like Dave's talking
Yeah.
about,
That's fucked up.
tobacco products.
Yeah, but that's then. What are
Yeah.
you selling? Like, what are you selling at that point?
A novelty,
What are you
I
se-
guess.
You're
Oh,
literally
it's a
selling a
novelty. I
novelty.
bought a little
It's like
you're,
little
you're
cigarettes.
They were
literally
gross.
selling Popeye cigarettes for adults.
Essentially,
That's what you're doing,
essentially, because they
right?
are that same little.
In Vegas, they
tiny
do this. And I have to
joint
admit,
size.
even I've done it. Where they're little cigarellos of various flavors.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's the giggle.
I guess so.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they often do not taste what you want them to
Oh yeah, they
taste.
have
Yeah.
those too. Because
Yeah.
I went down that cigar, the actual like cigar hole.
Yeah.
That's
It's like, oh, that's what you call your glory hole.
And yeah, they have like you can get little tins of them, and they're flavored like Dave said, like vanilla or
Yeah.
cherry or. But yeah, they're garbage.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah, I
complete
bet.
ass.
I bet.
I will admit though, I have paid the $2 American to try one just for the giggles.
Sure. And it's no different than like, the Swisher Sweets
Or
or,
Captain
the wine
Blacks.
tips. Those things. I get it. I get it.
Sweets.
I get there's like a draw for flavors, but what we're talking about, you're just creating these like fucking flavored vape experiences.
Yeah.
It's literally only for the novelty.
That's
This-
why they stopped. They're not allowed to sell them in corner stores anymore. You
yeah.
used to be able to get all the like
Do you know? I gotta,
disposable ones,
yeah.
but I think now the only ones you can get are like minty flavored ones. You
Right.
can't get like fruity flavored ones
For
because they
cigars,
for vapes.
Hmm.
In the
I didn't
corner
even think you
stores.
can get mint anymore, but I could be wrong.
Maybe,
thought even
maybe
mint
not.
You
was
can't get
banned.
menthol cigarettes in like most of the
Oh
states.
no, menthol is
anymore.
You can't get
long.
yeah,
Canada.
menthols. You can
I
get
don't
them
think
on
you can in
Reserve.
Canada. You Reserve you can, but you can't get them
Yeah.
in Canada anymore.
Yeah,
either,
they're long gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. It's like, okay, we're taking away flavored cigarettes, but we're giving you flavored vapes. It's
Right.
like, wait, the fuck?
There's flavored alcohol.
It's like, what the? That's crazy. Speaking of fucking crazy and daft, Oh, where's it gonna go with this? Fuck with the government.
Very daft, very
The
crazy.
government-
Well done,
government-
Chris.
The government.
They're coming up.
I was gonna comment about just
Something.
something with the flavors. I can't remember. Keep going on something else.
Fuck, really?
I'll come back to
You
it.
just
I'll come
totally
back to it.
stopped our
Are we not allowed to
conversation.
have flavored water anymore? Is that what it is?
It's not about not having flavored water. It's I guess it's just a change in the culture, right? Like, I mean, it's okay. Yeah,
Yeah, it is okay.
you're just selling
Right.
these addictive products with the intent of providing a more, I don't know, child experience to
That's
get
why
them
they.
hooked on it,
That's why they.
right? Because when you
They
make
took all the
something
flavored stuff out of the.
right. Oh, that's
tobacco.
what it was. When you make something cotton candy flavored, you're not appealing to an adult.
Right.
Right, you're appealing
Right.
to the child in
Yeah.
the adult.
Oh, child in sure.
Right,
Okay,
right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's just an,
It's
kind
like
of
my
an
one
approach.
buddy. He does the vaping and he uses what's it called, cereal milk.
Okay,
Is the flavor,
that's fucked up.
and it smells like pancakes.
Oh,
That's what I
There
smell.
you go. There you go.
But
No.
like, why? Why would you want to?
I know it's like smoke. Fucking yeah. Hey, whatever. No, the one thing I was gonna say. This I saw that thought this was quite daft in terms of regulation. So I was in a Dollarama the other day, and I was going to pay for my shit. I noticed that they have a display for lighters on the counters.
Right.
Not lighters. A display box with lighters as pictures on there, letting you know they have lighters,
Yeah.
but they don't actually show you the lighters. And they don't show you, I realize they're not showing you the lighters because they're worried about theft. No. There's some sort of legal requirement that they're not allowed to have the lighters out to be shown. And
yeah, it's
public.
like
I'm wondering-
spray cans and permanent markers.
Well, I'm wondering.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
no, they're right, yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
walk into a Walmart, there's a whole wall of Sharpies.
My understanding was they're not allowed to. Maybe it's a certain size or something. Was something in one of the municipalities because of graffiti and stuff. Like spray cans
maybe
too.
it's like the
Paint
big thick
things.
fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you walk into, well, that doesn't make sense though, because if you walk into, like, I'm thinking about the corner store by my house, he's
Yeah.
got them all up
Yeah, same.
behind him. But then I'm thinking about gas stations. I've walked in the gas, like the Esso on the corner of Hamilton and Highbury. They're right there.
Yeah,
They're right on the counter.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a regulation thing.
that's what I'm saying. It's
I
like
think it's a
really
theft
weird.
thing.
Oh man.
I think it's a theft thing, because a lot of people,
If you're gonna steal, it'd be pretty quick and
Unfortunately-
simple.
unfortunately, most of the people who are frequenting a dollar store
How rich and famous.
are super rich and have
All the money.
arrived there in their
Right.
Aston Martin and or Maserati.
That's right.
Um,
They just want to buy
To
family
be
packs
honest,
for
though,
of
you're-
Nutter Butters
you're
for
making that
$3.
sound like a joke, but it's actually true. That's one of the things I've
well,
always
I
found
would say,
funny.
I would say by my house, most of the people who frequent the dollar store are people who are don't have much means.
Yeah.
So
I would say
The
by my
theft-
house,
the
most
theft is a
people
bit more
go to the
rampant.
Dollarama at my
Well,
place.
theft
I
it can be on
They
that.
drive
but-
Mercedes and
Yeah.
Aston Martins. Yeah.
No, like you go to the southwest part of London, the high class, you
Sure.
know, the Byron area, all
Yeah.
that. They have a no frills out there. That's always
I know,
busy.
I
It's just
know.
it's one of those jokes in my head. I'm like,
And they are higher
I
percentage
disagree. Well,
price percentagely.
I think the no frills thing is a little. I've gone into no frills and the prices are just like going into a Loblaws.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, they're
yeah,
relatively.
yeah,
The
right.
only difference
They're
is
not-
really
It's not that you don't have the
not the-
difference between
not
like
what it used to
Freshco
be.
and Sobeys. In that
it's what
respect
is
for some
more
reason.
available. So you go into a no frill, it usually is going to be that. It's always my expectation. You know, the no name, no frill, boxes in the back. That is always what I've had
Yeah.
for no frills. Whereas, yeah, the Loblaws, that sort of concept, they're always the fresh, the
Sure.
cuts, the
Sure.
meats.
Yeah.
all
I feel
those
like
things.
it's the same shit. Like it's the same idea. It's just
Different
different
scope.
decor, and the only thing that's different is, yes, if you were to go to Sobeys, they'd have a deli counter. If you go to Freshco, they're not going to have a deli counter, but they still have fresh produce.
And they
It's
still
the
have
same
fresh
fucking
meat.
produce.
Oh yeah,
They still have fucking the same amount of aisles, and it's the same fucking shit in the aisles.
yes.
Right?
Well, when we're talking
It's
about
the same fucking store.
you're right. When I think it's
But they
doubly
charge more
true.
than one.
But
That's true.
And
But you are but you are right. They are charging
I
more than
We can end
depending on the store.
conversation.
However, to AJ's point, you are seeing prices increase depending on areas for no frills. So you are not seeing you are seeing a very
Oh yeah,
different
still
or
a
sorry, similar
business.
experience no matter which kind of store you're going to. But to further that point, don't support Galen Weston. Don't support that company. Don't go to,
try
you know
not
what I
to,
mean?
yeah.
Like, try not to. Like, they literally just fucking were found guilty for the Breadgate lawsuit and now are responsible for fucking giving out another $500 million or billions of dollars of shit to people.
Yeah.
So just don't
That's what I always learned
support
about
it.
that. They were found guilty, and everybody's going to get
Just-
$2.
Yeah, exactly. But just remember, just like these are the people that own the Shoppers Drug Mart. They own the fucking Tokyo Smoke. They own the fucking No Frills.
Oh, really? They own Tokyo Smoke,
yeah,
eh?
yep. They own the fucking Loblaws. They own the real Canadian
Superstore,
superstores.
yeah.
Like this is a company, and I'm not saying whatever business, but they have been exemplified predatory behavior time and time and time and time again.
Yep.
Just something to think about. Not saying they don't all do that. I'm just using them as an
I don't
example.
disagree with the Loblaws Corporation. You were correct.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Yeah. Blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Not blah,
I
blah.
find-
Blah, blah.
Blah blah.
Blah, blah.
I found that with an A&W.
What?
You know how like you go
Don't
to,
you dare say a bad thing about
Just
A&W.
wait, just wait.
I'll fight you.
You know how you go to
I'll fight you on air right now.
you go to McDonald's and you
Harvey's is okay.
you get a meal.
Yeah, Harvey's is the best. Don't you fucking. What are you talking about? Okay, you son of a bitch.
Harvey's is just a Subway for
No.
hamburgers.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Podcast over. Fuck these
Just a
guys.
Subway with hamburgers. No, the
Hamburger.
you know how you can go to a McDonald's and you can expect to spend, on one location the same price for a meal at the other
You
location.
should, yes.
Well, the A&W is on Highbury in Huron,
Yeah.
and then let's say the A&W on Dundas by the Canadian
Right.
Tire. Two completely different prices.
McDonald's is no different.
I've never seen it. at
Maybe not
McDonald's.
in London, but if you go to Toronto,
Okay.
but you will definitely see
Oh,
the
yeah.
difference.
But like I can
Absolutely.
get, it's fucking wild, dude. I can get one meal at fucking the one on Highbury
yeah.
for like $15.
yeah.
Go to the one on fucking Dundas, $19.
That's crazy.
How the fuck?
Yeah.
A&W in Dundas.
By the Canadian Tire, by the Walmart, Argyle.
Oh, way out in the east, and I keep thinking
Yeah.
downtown. I'm like, it's gone, the one downtown.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, the downtown one, they closed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's long gone. It got too rough.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
The one,
done?
the one at the music hall?
Yeah, that one's gone.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope, that's gone. The only thing that's left there, the Tim Hortons is still there. The chicken
Sucks,
place.
there was a really cute counter girl there. Remember?
Well,
Yeah.
She's gone now.
you got to shoot your shot, man.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, no,
that's
they
right. Oh, I was
closed
not single at the time.
It's-
But you're
it's
right.
got
I
too
should've
Some
said
of the
rough.
that.
shots you don't take.
Yeah, it's one of those places. Again, we've talked about it before, where they are. The downtown London, like again, it's so rough that people don't go, and since people don't go, it stays rough, and
Right.
businesses don't. So again,
Right.
it's caught in that. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, downtown's in a real shit cycle.
Oh, yeah, it
for
is.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's I don't know what they're gonna do to repair
Okay,
that.
Mr. Leahy.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
it truly is. It's one of
it
those-
is.
Like people that work downtown, like myself, do we go and hang out? Yeah, during lunch. As soon
Sure.
as our work hours are over, gone.
You have
Yeah.
certain
You have the club area over in Richmond.
property owners that are not willing to sell because they're
I don't even really. I actually. So don't get me
There's a
wrong.
ton of
Fari-
empty
Yeah, don't get me
businesses.
wrong.
Yeah.
Fari is Fari.
yeah. I wasn't gonna mention names, but yeah,
Fuck,
fuck that guy.
Fari. I don't even
No,
fuck
just
him
kidding.
because I don't think I want to fuck him. I've seen
Fuck
him.
that guy.
No, I'll pass. But it's less. Don't get me wrong. Yes, he's part of the problem. But I don't even
yeah.
think if you turn around and said, "Okay, people, I will half the cost for the rent," things
Right.
of this nature. Just the market value in that region is
Yeah.
so rough.
You're right.
now.
That's only one part of the equation.
yeah.
And I was just about to get into it, right? But you're
Hey,
right.
Dave,
that is a part of
Don't
it.
interrupt.
But
Fine,
I
I
think
won't
the
interrupt,
ultimate.
AJ.
I think
Fine, Dave.
Fine.
Fine.
I think the ultimate issue with downtown
Dave-
of everywhere is they're just not putting focus on it. They're not putting focus on trying to clean it up.
Who, London?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. All the construction, everything they're trying to do to clean up and get arterial roads, like no, I actually give a slight head nod to the government where they're
meant the
trying.
people. He meant the people that frequent those areas. Dave.
That's the
Not
thing, right?
not
Like
the
we're
infrastructure.
not worried. Yeah, you can spend all the money in the world to put new buildings, roads, and infrastructure in. You can do that. That's
Gotcha.
beautiful. And yeah, our downtown probably looks better than it has in many, many, many years.
Well, compared to
But
20 years ago,
we
it does.
still have a massive issue
Gotcha.
with the public down there, and nothing's being done about
You
that.
have so many more
lot of
people
talks.
frequenting that part of Dundas
Yeah.
that they redid for like street parties and shit like that. You'd probably have more people attending those if, unfortunately, these other people weren't also a
And
fixture.
if
in
it's a
that
mental
area.
health
Getting
crisis, we're
highs.
not
Yeah.
tackling that. If it's a fucking if it's whatever type of
Mental,
homelessness,
drugs,
mental, whatever
the
it
whole
is,
combination.
none of it is being touched upon to a point where we're actually making dents on this
Yeah.
situation.
Oh yeah, no.
A lot of talk is happening, a lot of awareness is being made, and that's great, but no actual,
Yeah.
action is being
It's one of
taken.
those lovely things that's even I struggle in my brain because it's like, how are these people surviving? Well, because oftentimes it's programs and people trying to come out, give food, give and help.
You'll find that a lot of those people do hang out around those places too. Like if you think about the corner of Dundas and
Mhm.
Dundas.
Richmond.
No, it's actually not as
closer to me.
rough. Yeah. Dundas
Like
and
Dundas
Adelaide.
and Ontario.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
even
yeah.
further east, dude.
Just
Go
a touch
further
east.
east.
Yeah, just a touch
Like
bit.
Dundas and Ontario, or in between Ontario and fuck, I can't remember what the street's
Yeah,
called.
I know I have a
But it goes-
suspicion
you
because they
can
also
get to
have
it.
the
There's like a food
yeah.
mission.
Yeah, they have a
at the
mission
corner
center.
there, and
Yeah.
they used to have a TD on the corner.
Yep,
Mhm.
I know
It's
what you're
now
speaking of.
boarded up and
Oh,
shut
yeah,
right
yeah.
the fuck down.
My
that-
curling
Lyle?
is just around the
I
corner.
think so. Yeah.
My
That's
curling club is just around the
unfortunately-
corner.
Yeah, that's been turned.
unfortunately a very.
I mean,
very
that was
rough-
already
rough
a
area.
pretty
Yeah.
concentrated area, but it's more so
Yeah.
now for sure. And the whole of Dundas, pretty much from
Dude, from
just
the museum,
Highbury
from the fucking
to
museum,
the museum
down. Yeah.
is pretty much laden with this situation. And Hard Rock just opened up the fucking factory, or they're gonna open up.
No, they are open.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
open.
yeah,
There you
they're
go.
open.
They've
Right.
been open.
Like again, it's nice, but we're not seeing this issue being tackled, and I really
Yeah.
feel like business is going to continue to suffer in a heavy way, which means we're all going to suffer.
I understand why they made the 100 Kellogg's Lane, but
Oh yeah!
to put the Hard Rock Hotel in that area, and
Shout out to my
think-
boy Andy. He facilitated that sale.
and think
actually.
you're
Nice.
not going to have issues.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, you're gonna have
your
issues
pipe dreams,
everywhere.
man. Pipe
Oh yeah,
No,
absolutely.
but especially in that part of town.
Right, that one particular part.
You're literally from not even from Highbury, dude, from fucking Clark.
Yeah.
the museum.
Yeah, yeah.
Because think about all of those.
It's
Think about
everywhere.
that.
And that's the
That's
other
bas-
thing. Dave's point.
It's
It is
everywhere,
getting
but
everywhere.
where is it concentrated?
Okay,
It's
it is
concentrated
more
all the way down Dundas.
It is more concentrated, but again, it's one of those things. Again, as much as I keep
Concentrated,
saying,
highlighted. Anyways,
it's one of those things. As much as I say about how it's concentrated, highlighted, we're also far more used to it. Like
Well,
now,
we've become desensitized.
when I
like
see a
anything in
dude
life.
passed out in the middle
You're
of the
right.
sidewalk,
You're
what
right.
do? I walk over top of him.
See,
Yeah,
I don't,
oh.
I don't know if I'm desensitized to it.
Oh, I am. Like being
And
downtown
I've
so
lived
often.
here. I've lived here probably longer now than I lived back home.
Okay. Are you so desensitized that you'd invite homeless people to come live with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not desensitized. It's still a shock.
Or not desensitized enough, I should say? Yeah.
It's still a shock to me when I see that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But only in the moment? What about when you leave the moment?
Yeah, probably only. I think it depends on what I've seen.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. 'Cause that's where the desensitization comes in. You're right. I feel something in the moment, but then I don't really act on it. Right? There's
It's-
nothing being done about
I
it.
think what shocks me the most is
I
the
don't
drug
feel it anymore at all.
use. I don't know. Anyway, you shouldn't be just walking over people on the sidewalk, Dave. You should at least give them a kick and see if they give you a grunt. They could
teabag
be
them once.
Dead.
Okay, but it's one of those.
You should help dead
Come
people.
for a walk downtown,
Yeah.
middle of the afternoon, and there's already peeps that are passed out
Dude,
because
I've
of
walked
whatever
from the
they're
museum
on.
to
Yeah.
my house. I know
Exactly.
what you're talking about.
Exactly. It's gotten to that point now where no, if I kicked every person, I wouldn't get home.
In
They'd be
the,
too
break
mid-
it.
busy.
no,
He'd
in the
break his
middle of
fucking
the
foot.
sidewalk. Dude.
No,
I'm not
in the
saying-
middle of the
I'm not saying the
sidewalk.
ones that are passed out in the doorways. I'm talking
Yeah,
about the
if
ones that
there's-
are in the middle of the sidewalk.
If there's
90%
two things,
90% of the time, and there's a one fine
drag your
fellow.
foot a little more.
No, actually, there's a fine fellow. I got to give the guy credit. He's just being a jerk for the fun of it. He literally, middle of the day, lunchtime, sun out, he will lie down with all his shit in the middle of the sidewalk.
wild.
Yeah, he just does it. I love the guy's a nice guy, actually. I give him, hey, dude, you got any money today? No, not
Most
today.
of them are
Yeah.
probably nice guys, Dave.
Oh, yeah, they're mostly nice. It's
It's
just,
just like they're people like everybody else.
yeah, they are.
I think
What?
it's just a matter of they're going through whatever the fuck they're going through.
Well, and they probably won't get out of it because we don't provide the infrastructure we were talking
Well,
about.
exactly,
before to
right, yeah.
Support.
I always thought because I always
because
had
we don't want to pay more taxes.
Right.
I always had the
right.
question of why is it so hard for these people to do this?
You actually would mean
And
these
I-
people.
Those people, sorry.
Everybody. No. Well, what I'm saying is like I really do believe everybody just a couple of bad decisions from that situation.
That's usually where it starts.
Okay,
Yeah.
the Joker in the Killing Joke.
Sure.
But no, it's because it was always because businesses or companies require a permanent address for you to get a job.
Okay.
These people don't have a permanent address.
Okay.
I think part of the main reason at the time, it's probably not a big deal like that anymore. I guess it is because you have to have a permanent address probably
Yeah.
to have a bank account.
You still have to get a SIN number and have to have their address and all that sort of stuff.
Why aren't there places that are specifically for people who are down on their luck and don't have a bunch of money to get a P.O. box?
I think there are.
And that's
Yeah,
like you
I
don't have
think
to
we
rent
have-
it. You don't have to pay for
No,
it.
I
you
believe
just
we
get
have
a P.O.
services like
box.
that where
Do we?
they provide.
I didn't know that.
I would imagine. I don't know if they're called now, but YOU or things like that have opportunities to set somebody up with some sort of address that they can.
So then
put
at
them
that
down to.
point, it's just the.
I think they're just
the will
covering
to
the
do.
cost.
No, it's
yeah.
more than that. It's a lot.
Yeah, they're just covering the cost.
Yeah.
You still
No,
got to
it's
pay
the
for
it's
it.
the
but-
will of the person to go and
Oh, yeah.
apply
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah,
get
but
that,
that
service,
comes with a
and then go get
that
the job.
comes with the
Yes.
wake of why
You still
that
have
will
to be
is affected.
responsible for your own actions.
Exactly,
course, of
exactly.
course.
Like
Yeah.
drugs affect that. a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
and
yeah, or
whatnot,
whatever it
right?
might be, mental health, all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff, right? Yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
usually the mental health, the drugs, all these
Yeah,
things, life.
And we did see again.
Hits
I don't
people
know
differently.
what's right or what's wrong, but there was a massive shift in society when, in our hometown when they basically shut down the London Psychiatric Hospital.
See,
Mhm.
and there's
And there
two.
was a massive change after that.
Yeah, there certainly was from a government perspective. Again, it's that double-edged sword because on one hand, I actually agree because when we were growing up, it wasn't so rough because often people that did have these challenges were being put in LPH for support,
Right.
all those things. But you could also make the argument that no, we were just throwing everything we could into those areas
Yeah.
until they died.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
So
That's true.
there's always that two
And
sides.
they were taken away to
because
resources.
LPH, like, let's be honest with ourselves, it was pretty horrible. You
Yeah,
hear
it was pretty rough.
stories.
I was there once,
Yeah.
not as a.
I delivered a pizza
Yes.
once to the one in St. Thomas.
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
psychiatric hospital in St. Thomas. I delivered a bunch of pizzas there once.
Hmm.
That was like walking into a fucking movie, dude.
I
Yeah.
bet.
Like one of those because it was an old, like it's an
Yeah, it's
old
old
building.
yeah.
So it was like walking into like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or
Oh,
some
ouch.
shit. Yeah, dude, it was
Yeah.
fucking
Crazy.
surreal.
yeah.
It was weird, but yeah. Anyway, that's my story.
Yeah, I got to visit one of the crazier wards in the psych because I was dating someone whose dad was a nurse and ended up visiting there, and it was
Mhm,
yep,
mhm.
that was a very
Oh,
crazy
yes.
experience.
Dad was a nurse, dated someone. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Did other people see these people as well, Chris?
Sure,
or
why
just
Actually, yeah,
yourself?
Yeah,
he
all the
moved in
voice
with
in my
her.
head. Yeah,
Um,
Oh.
and he helped build the house.
no,
No?
it's not.
I'm just,
Definitely
oh,
not.
I'm just.
And it was a
busting your
lifetime or
sack.
two ago.
It was a lifetime ago.
I believe. I
Couple
did
of
not know
lifetimes.
this.
But
I believe I
regardless,
did not know this human, but I
No.
know who we are too.
You know
Uh,
of.
yes.
You know
but
of.
yeah, it was definitely a scene, and then I guess that does raise a question: is it better to try to keep that behind closed doors to
That is the
monitor and
challenge.
deal with,
Yeah, yeah.
or the situation we're in now?
Yeah. Well, it's one of
Right.
those things where everybody knows, but now because of it, even I mentioned myself, I will happily walk around the person in the middle of the street that's lying down.
Yeah, if there's two things that piss me off while skateboarding in this fucking city, it's got to be definitely the homeless and the motherfucking geese. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of my way. I'm tired of you busting my lines,
You don't
bitches.
get to talk that way about the geese.
They
That
are
is- no.
a nuisance. And you know what I did
Rude.
see? And you know what else I did see today? or the other day?
rude.
I just see people fucking feeding these fucking things. What are
Oh,
you
yeah,
doing,
they
you
do
idiots?
this. I see
Stop
it.
it. Stop it, folks. Public service announcement.
Still the
Stop
Victoria
feeding
Park.
the fucking animals.
Stop
Yeah,
feeding the
don't
cobra
feed.
chickens.
They are
Don't feed
wild.
'em.
They are not domesticated.
If you
No.
feed
Oh
them,
my
they
God.
form gangs.
They do.
Oh
Yeah, they
Lord!
do.
And yeah, they're getting bold. I mean,
And they
they're
will
already
throw up
bold.
gang signs.
But now they don't even fucking move. At least for skateboards, they don't.
Dude,
They
fucking
don't.
every time I go to work, because that's one of the most terrible places for geese is the fucking front lawn. of the museum.
that is
we have signs.
geese
on the-
shit central.
We have signs
Yeah.
on the front lawn that say "Do not antagonize the geese. They will fuck you up."
yeah, they'll fuck you up, dude.
Chuck and I were going for lunch one day. We're just walking there, lighting a smoke or whatever, and we hear "Hark." We turn around. There's a fucking goose, and he's got his wings up, right? And he's like looking at us.
Yeah.
Well, he's looking at Chuck. 'Cause Chuck's
Yeah.
a big tall fucker, right? And the motherfucker jumped up and did a motherfucking crane kick.
Yo,
And Chuck's like, "Get the fuck,
Fuck
away!"
off, yeah.
Fucker, dude.
I was literally in my head because I was trying to weave through a bunch, and a couple were hissing at me. I'm like, well, if I got to just step off my board and wham,
Right?
You know, I don't care. I don't like.
I have good chats with him. I go for my walk. We have a
course you
little
do.
chitty chat.
Are you sure you need to do streams next week?
Right?
There.
Are you sure I was the one who was
I
affected?
think so. Yeah.
What?
That's
We get along
crazy.
fine.
It's fine when I'm walking. It's just because when you're rolling along. And
Well,
shit,
it's like
for
my
fuck's
big thing. I
sakes.
still love it. It's one of those things I love about being a biker, bicyclist, and we have the bike path there on Dundas, right?
Mhm.
For me, it's not the geese. For me, it's the lovely people that love to get out of their cars and stand right in the middle of the bike path
Yeah.
and chit chat.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, I
Why
love
gotta
it.
do that?
Yeah,
And then-
Chris, what are you doing? Get out of the bike path.
Yeah,
me.
I'm sorry, you're just as
Nah.
bad, dude.
Dude, you got fucking hollered 2 weeks ago
Yes.
for being in the bike path.
Yes, people do it constantly. And I'll have my little
Oh,
belt.
when we're doing the movie.
Yeah.
Well, first off, a little
were
bit of
walking.
levity. We were very concentrated. I didn't see anybody
He
behind
should have
me.
also had a bell.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
So
I bell
that's
people. Yeah.
different,
Yeah.
and I don't. That's not a normal occasion, right? That's not like I just fucking walk on bike paths and piss
yeah.
people off.
Yeah, you
But
do.
you're right. It is bullshit that people do that.
Oh, it's
like,
more
fuck
just the
off.
stand because don't get me wrong. Especially if we're just talking downtown, sometimes you have to go on the bike path because there's a fine fellow lying down in the middle of the sidewalk.
Sure.
But you get on, you get off. I'll sit there, ding, 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 and they'll look at me, ding, ding, and they
Yeah,
just
they
look
don't
at me.
look
It's like
you
standing.
it
It's
doesn't
like
mean anything.
It's like standing in the middle of the fucking street while somebody's honking at
Yeah.
you. What do you think that means,
Yeah.
motherfucker?
I don't think they
Yeah.
care. I think
It's
that's the
fucking
problem.
Oh, they don't.
They don't
because they have
care.
the whole bike paths. Well, hopefully you're gonna get rid of bike paths. And well, that way I'll be on
Fuck
the road.
off,
All right,
yeah.
with you while you drive.
Get right a butt. What the fuck?
No,
you crazy?
it's the whole idea that regardless, cars and bikes are both vehicles,
Yes,
and pedestrians technically have the right of way.
yes.
They shouldn't, and they should be more intelligent about it.
They should provide, yes, if there's the alternative opportunity
Like-
to get out of the way or be more proper, yes, you
I
should.
really think jaywalking should be more of a thing that
like
people
people
get
should
in
do it
trouble
more.
for.
Oh, get in trouble more. For
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Mhm.
right? Because like
Yeah, but then you have every.
I've had people like take their sweet ass time crossing in front of me when there's a fucking crosswalk literally like 8 feet this way.
Yeah.
Like take the fucking crosswalk, you dink.
Two issues. I hear where you're coming from, and I think I agree with your sentiment. But two issues. One, kind of takes away people's freedoms to just go wherever they want, especially if there's like no traffic happening.
My freedom
Two.
to go where I want in my
Two.
car over top of you.
Two, then well,
Well,
Same
if I
with
tell
the
you what,
you're the one in the vehicle. That's the issue
for
there.
my freedom to go where I want, I'm just going to come to your bedroom.
right?
Well, that's fair. That's fair. And then two,
Just gonna
the other issue
jaywalk
is
all over your
I think the
fucking
only way you could
cat.
do it is if you put the weight of the jaywalking, like the issue. It can't be just a fine. But then how do you
There's
get
going to be a
cops?
capital
But
J.
then you had no. But you got jail time, right? That's what. Oh yeah. So where do you draw the line, right?
Well,
like what is it?
Higher
Like,
fine.
$1 million fine,
$75.
right? I think it's like 100.
Okay,
No,
everybody.
$300.
Whoa, whoa,
Higher
whoa,
fine.
whoa,
It's
whoa.
like $300 plus.
Excuse me, everybody.
I get fined more for fucking throwing a piece of paper out of my car that's going to
That's true.
biodegrade in 2 weeks.
Whoa. You actually get fined? When was the last person that
Well,
you...
and that was
Sorry,
and
I
that
have the
was
threat of a fine.
and that was my next point. Imagine if cops were reinforcing it. They feel like they probably got better things to do than
Well,
jaywalking.
even if they
okay,
do.
then you
And
make
if I can't
bylaw
get
officers.
if I can't get cops to come in my
That
place
could
for at least
work.
12 hours because I have a dangerous person on the premise, what makes you think
But if-
they're going to care about a jaywalking case?
then we have something just like the fucking traffic enforcement. You have
If
people
there's
who are
resources and taxes.
designated
resources and
to-
taxes. But yeah, I
But
agree.
how are you going to
Then
get
you
the
take
money?
these traffic
and blah, blah,
enforcement.
blah.
Then you take the fucking traffic
takes
enforcement
money.
place and you split them off.
Yes, which takes
Still,
money.
yeah.
Instead of doing fucking car tickets today, you're doing people who are throwing cigarette butts on the ground.
That does.
They do it in
That's-
Japan.
I get it, but that does sound a little 1984ish, a little bit on the path.
Dude,
but
in Japan,
Maybe we need
you
some of
can't
that.
spit
maybe
your gum out on the
a little
on the
bit of
ground.
more
you can't
order.
Spit.
No, I know. I'm aware. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to. It's illegal to spit here too.
Actually, technically, you're right.
Technically.
Yeah.
Technically, you're right.
They just don't
Well,
enforce
no,
it.
it's like nowadays you can pretty much do a lot, and even the cop sees you. They
Yeah,
won't do
Do you know
know.
how you make
It's not-
people
it's
feel
not
like
be
they
worth
have
their
more
time.
freedoms? You stop doing stupid things and that stop making stupid bylaws and stupid laws that you're not going to enforce anyway. Right? Like spitting on the ground. Then don't have that and won't be in people's heads and they won't
The
feel
point-
like I can't even fucking spit on the ground in my country.
No,
Well,
see, the
you
point
won't even
of
have that
the-
thought.
laws are also for deterrence, right? It's not just for
That's true.
the sake of arrest.
But they
Correct.
still have stupid laws like you can't whistle
But why-
underwater
why
on a
is-
Sunday in
why
Florida.
why is spitting a stupid law? It's defacing the public property.
It's just to give you the opportunity if needed.
Exactly. All the point of making it illegal is this: if let's say you're being an asshat and you spit, or say let's just say you spit, chances are it's not going to be a big deal. But all of a sudden you're spitting, you're causing a fucking problem, whatever, and it's in front of a cop or someone calls a cop. Now they got something to hang you on.
Yeah.
That is the point of it.
Yes.
Right. It's not there to fucking. It's kind of sort of with jaywalking too. It's like, yeah, most people.
I still think it's akin to those stupid laws that you hear that could technically still be enforced because they're in a law book. Like, and I'm not even fucking making it up, dude. There's a fucking place in the, and again, we're going to say the States, but there's a place in the States where it's a law that you can't sit under a tree and eat an orange on a specific day.
Sure.
In Florida, it's illegal to whistle underwater. You can't fucking whistle underwater.
No, I get
it's
it.
impossible.
But that's not spitting.
Ooh, challenge accepted.
That's not spitting.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
that
whoa,
is
whoa,
so
whoa.
much.
Back up.
Well, this will be a video we can do.
But wait a minute. Because I'm trying to think of the logistics of how you're going to do that. How we're going to figure that out.
I can
Dave?
whistle underwater.
We're going to have to make sure our CPR is up to date.
Well, when you have some sort of like air take device underwater,
No,
you just-
no.
Oh, it's just straight you underwater.
This was before,
Okay, all right.
scuba.
I am totally going to whistle
It's like
underwater.
in Texas. What is it? In Texas, you can't give your horse a bath in a bathtub on
Yeah,
Sunday.
I figured
That's
that one.
illegal.
Well,
But
'cause
either
it's
way, but
Sunday.
that's not.
So these
spitting.
are those things that
spitting.
they can
Spitting is the
enforce.
same as it's the same idea as graffiti. It's the same idea
No,
as
it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not, because spit can be washed away by water.
but it's not it. I'll
Sure
spit.
it can.
I could prove to you.
that's Dave
phlegm.
and I. That's phlegm, not spit. That's
no.
phlegm, not
We
spit.
have seen spit last years after trying to wash
That's
it
phlegm.
off. Whatever it is,
No,
doesn't matter.
That's phlegm, not spit.
But
not
in the
saliva.
moment, you're not gonna determine whether it's phlegm or spit. You know what I mean? Like that type of.
Then you
that
should
type,
have to.
No, it's ridiculous. The semantics.
It's
all right, you're
ridiculous.
getting the semantics. The point of the law is if you're acting like a jackass, they got something.
Then the
to get
law
you
should
on.
be if you're acting
It's the
like a
same-
jackass.
It's the same thing as pissing in public. If you go and piss
that I
somewhere,
get because that's a smell. That's a
if you-
smell.
Well, it depends on how much beer I've drank.
That's
If I
scent-
drank a lot, it
that's
doesn't have
scent
much
pollution.
smell.
No,
Yeah.
it's not that too. It's also defacing property in public.
It can.
But the idea is if you're doing it away from people and you're not bothering
I
anybody,
think we need to look
it's
into
whichever.
what it is, because I don't think it's defacing anything, because it's not a permanent thing. You're not defacing it like graffiti. would
Actually,
be
this is you
defacing.
know what the urinating thing or the pissing in public. There, I think it's under some sort of case in England right now. They're trying to say because there's a big, or is it France? Somewhere in Europe where they're like they piss on the streets often.
Yeah.
They're trying to say something about it not being illegal when you do it on like a lawn or like some sort of grass or some semi-permeable
That I get.
thing. So it's interesting
okay
that
for your dog
perspective.
It's
But-
always about
okay,
what
but if
and
But
why.
I get why. I'm not saying whatever. I get why they put the laws in place.
Well, I
right?
think it's public indecency is what it would
Sure.
fall under, because you're whipping your wang out.
Well,
Yeah.
for a guy.
But then
Yeah.
then you're whipping
Well,
your cooch out. It would be the
125
same thing.
could be
No,
for a
it
girl
depends.
too.
Well,
Yeah,
they only have to do
for
it a certain
a
way.
girl too, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a
but
certain
no, like
difference.
for a
Two
woman,
girls
it'd
in
probably
one.
be even worse, because you got to get so
You
your
get
ass is
further
hanging
down.
out and your kook is hanging out.
Sure.
Yeah.
You don't just have your fucking knob fucking
Well, some
poking out
girls
the
it's
little
just
hole.
I've seen it where they just.
But then
skirts
wouldn't it be
squat.
illegal for dogs to piss on a building? It's not illegal for your dog to
Well,
piss on a
but
building. That doesn't fall under defacing.
Wait a second. There are laws where there are properties where they say we don't want
That's
your dog
that
here.
would be a private
I
property.
get it, but I'm just saying they are trying to work on that, and there are some places where they don't allow in public spaces, and maybe not in London, where they don't allow your dog to piss in public spots. They have designated spots for
It
your
has
dog.
to hold its pee-pees.
Yep.
Until
And
you're
it's
out
on
of
you
there.
to train your dog that way.
Semantics. Like
It's all semantics. It is, but that's the
semantics
point of,
are argued
this
for
is the
a
point
reason,
of
though.
law, right? But in the point of, here's the thing: when you say spitting is it shouldn't be illegal, it shouldn't be a law. In the moment, they're not going to care about the fucking semantics of whether it's phlegm or it's spit. It's a situation is: are we arresting this person? Do we have something to arrest them for? And that's it. And then
It also
it'll fall to
depends
the court.
on where and how you've done
Of course, yeah,
If
all
you
of that thing.
spit
Case
on
in
a
point,
person,
but case in point.
That would be the same
Case in
thing.
point.
It didn't look like Tylenol,
Case
so I
in point.
arrested him
I
because
watched
I thought it was
a-
fentanyl.
I watched a body cam video the other day where a bunch of idiot kids are on a boat on the water, open water, and a fucking patrol boat goes by them and they give them the middle finger. Now, is it illegal? Is it illegal to give a cop a middle finger?
Chris?
Absolutely
Chris?
not. I'm aware.
Is it
Listen,
illegal?
I'm aware, dude. There's a reason why I'm telling the story.
One of my
I am not
favorite
fucking.
memories.
I am not fucking dumb about the irony on this, right? But is it illegal to give the cops a middle finger? Absolutely not. But by doing so, do you give them the license to come search you and figure out what you're doing suspiciously?
No.
You do. Yes, you do.
Why?
Well,
What reasonable doubt do they have
first
to
off,
search you for
first
any
off,
reason whatsoever?
on open water, it's a different story, right? On open water, they can search you for anything.
Depends on where.
Where this body cam footage was, it was allowed. So the point is, you've now invited them to come and check your stuff, and then they got busted for drunk driving or blah blah blah, drunk boating, yada yada yada. I'm just saying, like, it's not illegal, but should you do it? Probably not. You know what I mean?
It draws attention to yourself.
Exactly.
Yes, that's oftentimes my understanding for a lot of these rules that we are fighting about is that they're often there just so they give the people in charge the potential to come in and now investigate further.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Potential.
Here's the thing. That was their fault too, right? Because I've always been taught, drive like you have a body in your trunk. So don't drive like an idiot if you have fucking gram of weed in your pocket. Shit like that.
Sure.
So if you're doing something you know you're not supposed to be doing, like
Don't
drinking and
aggravate
boating,
it. Yeah, sure.
don't aggravate the
Of
situation.
course, of course, yeah. But
I don't see how it would invite the police to. Like if I gave them the finger out of my fucking car, they're not going to turn like. They can turn around and maybe stop me and try and stop me for something, but
they could hold you up.
No, they can actually stop you because they can perceive that as a threat.
Yeah.
I was threatened.
There you go. Then that's why they did. That was the reason.
So it's just I'm just saying, like, you're making it worse on yourself in this situation.
Correct.
So then technically it would be illegal to flip the bird to a fucking police officer or
They
someone
can take it as
because
a threat.
it's taken as a threat.
Correct.
Yeah, but I think in
Right, it's
like,
just like
specific,
it's just like that guy. This was like fucking maybe 20 years ago, maybe even longer. It might even been when we were in high school. I don't remember where it was, but he fucking threw a piece of pizza at a cop, and he got charged with assault.
Yes, because
Well, that
that's
is
also
assault.
that there's
Right?
an item
But
included.
that
Something
seemed
other,
like when people started to realize that there are other things that are assault. Like you spit on a cop, it's assault.
Yes.
yeah.
Assaulting a police officer.
Correct.
Which, and technically, if I spit on you and we're in an argument, you could probably charge me with assault.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you can.
Well,
right?
yeah. You can
Yeah.
come up with some sort of
Again, assault does not define the, I don't believe the how. It's just that there was an action taking place that was directed towards another person.
Yeah.
It was assaulted.
yeah. If it escalates, it becomes a pepper. So
Yeah, it's true.
Nice.
Yeah.
Especially if there are black people involved.
Oh,
Yo.
all right, we're done.
There we go.
How's that?
episode?
It's black pepper.
Is that the episode? Well, gentlemen, this has been a fun, distracted discussion. Do we have any other things to talk about in this, this conversation?
I think we've beaten the hell out of
I
that
think
one.
we have literally chewed the fuck out of
This is a dead horse
local-
situation now.
It is literally that.
Yeah, and it's pretty illegal to leave dead horses around.
It's true.
It is.
Yeah, cannot leave dead bodies around.
Well, should we wrap this up then?
Yeah, I gotta go bury a body.
That's fair. And you out there, what are your thoughts on our conversation? Do you like what we're doing? Do you have any dead bodies you got to report? We want to hear from you. Let's keep the conversation going.
I
So
don't want to
please-
be implicated in shit. Do
right.
not hear from you if you got dead bodies. Please.
Please don't, yeah. But if you want to talk about what we talk about in the episode, aside from that, reach out to us anywhere on our socials. You can find us on our Discord server. You can find us wherever you're listening to us in the comment section. And let's keep the conversation going, what we're doing on all our social medias as well. You can support us through our affiliate link for Smoking Gun Beef Jerky and save 10%. So you can support Canadians by buying American. And also to do so directly by through our Buy Me a Coffee link. And you can help support us by paying for some bubblies, keeping the lights on for our studio. Also, we want you to know that in the mental health space, that a lot's going on in the world, and if you've got a lot going on in your head, it's important to talk about this shit, not just to those that are around you, but if you don't have anybody around you, we're gonna have some links so you can seek out the help that you can talk to people about this shit going on inside your head. But until next time, I've been Harvey.
I'm to Dave.
Hey,
Hey,
did you guys
Hey.
hear about this? Did you know about this?
Yep.
It was like, I think it was like back in the 90s, late 90s. William Shatner tried to start, he was thinking about starting up a lingerie line. But Shatner Panties just wasn't a good name.
Yeah, it's true. But you know,
Shut up, Dave.
if he did do a pot line,
Yes, Dave.
Shatner Shatter would be a great line.
Shatner Panties?
Shatner Shatter would be way better.
Shatner Panties?
Shot in her panties.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And that was AJ. Just like that, you got yourselves sarcastically distracted.
It
Thanks so much
happened.
for hanging out with
He
us,
got
guys.
there.
Have a great night. Peace.
Take care, all.
Bye now.